Yeah, hi all. So, yesterday we have explored the things and the process which are like performing there in the SAP SD cycle. So, yesterday I said all of you just to prepare these things. So, can you please come over and just tell me the O2C cycle which we had discussed yesterday? Yeah, hi Shudha, Shrikant, Sultan, and Shaheen. Can anyone please?
Yes, Aryan. Yesterday we have learned about the order to cash process, and
Hmm.
that sale order, delivery, PGI, invoice, and e-invoice,
Hmm.
and also a customer master and material master
Hmm.
pricing. And there are pre-sales activities like inquiry, quotation, schedule agreement, and the contract.
Yeah.
There are two types of contract, that is value basis and quantity basis contract.
Hmm. So, what
And
is value basis contract, Sudha?
a value basis, we will do the agreement for for example, for 1 year agreement, there is a fixed price we will be providing to customer.
Correct. But
And quantity, what is the quantity they required, per annum.
hmm,
That is called quantity basis, if I'm not wrong.
great. So Srikant, from your side, any input? So basically, in this meeting, we are not hearing words from all of you guys. So it is mandatory to speak everyone, because then only you will be like having the question and answer session. Your doubts will be cleared there.
Yeah,
Srikant?
can I tell you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So after the OTC process, we have learnt about the transaction codes of delivery. It is VL01N, and PGI it is VL02N, and
Hmm.
invoice it is VF01. And we have learnt about partial delivery and complete delivery. And we have learnt about sales processes like general sales process, service sales, scrap sales, export sales, and others. And we have learnt about abbreviations of SAP modules like SD it is sales distribution, MM it is material management,
Hmm.
PP is production planning, QM is quality management, finance is FI is finance, it is account receivable and account payable, and
Correct.
CO is controlling, it is costing of the material MRP, and ABAP is coding. Then we have learnt about FG. FG is nothing but finished goods, the goods which have already completely finished.
Hmm.
And we have learnt about BOM, like bill of material. Raw materials are called as BOM.
Hmm.
Then we have took examples of chips and what all raw materials are required to prepare a chips. And we
Correct.
have learnt about routing, nothing but the cost which is required, like labor cost, electricity cost, machinery cost, and other expenses.
Hmm.
Then after, later on comes an packing cost.
Correct. So basically, the each and other modules are already integrated there in this SAP system internally. But how we can understand, like how the SAP SD is integrated with the FI modules, how SAP SD is integrated with the other modules like MM modules. Where is the integration or where is the touch point which is required to be configured there in the system for identifying and for the real-time purposes. That is it. So okay, Sultan, Srikant.
Yeah, hi Aryan. I have not gone through the recorded session. Actually, I was joined a meeting yesterday, so I'll come again, Aryan, by tomorrow. By with prepared.
No, actually, yesterday what I said, we will get like
Hmm.
we will keep like 15 minutes first, like 10 to 15 minutes, where we will discuss what we have done in the last days or in
Hmm.
the past days. That we will,
Okay.
so that basis on that scenario, now the current picture can be like we can understand the current picture.
Yeah, actually, I understand that, but and after 1 hour back, also I tried, Aryan. Recorded was not uploaded, so I tried to prepared before this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, recording was not uploaded there. So
Okay. So Sultan, from your side, Sultan, actually. Hi, Sultan. Hi, Stanley.
Hi there. Hi there. I think I spoke some time back, and am I audible now? I think there's a
Yes, you
problem
are.
with my
You are,
mic.
Stanley.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So post delivery there is PGI. I guess post. Sorry. Before. Yeah. Post. After delivery there is PGI. Post goods issue.
Hmm.
And over there, that is basically accounting of document generation.
Hmm.
And post PGI, then comes scheduling agreement and contract.
Hmm.
So once the goods are delivered, the inventory is credited, and COG is the cost of goods sold is debited,
Hmm.
and then the invoice is generated accordingly.
So what is PGI, Stanley?
Post goods issues.
Why we require to perform this PGI in the SAP system?
We need to have some
Even we have
account.
captured in every information in the delivery.
Mhm.
Why do we need to require this?
To make no, it is actually documentation, basically of whatever
Not
that
for
has happened before.
documentation where your physically inventory is going to be utilized, but here there is no interaction with the customers. Like we know this customer, for this customer we are just preparing for deliveries and PGI, but regarding the payments and other all things is not there in the picture in terms of PGI. So basically PGI
Okay.
is the step in the delivery process that signifies like the physical movement of the goods out of a warehouse or a plant, and
Okay.
update the system to reflect these changes. PGI
Okay.
marks the point where the ownership of the goods transfer from the company to customers. Suppose you like if you are going to the mall where you took a bucket where you are just putting the material from the racks, correct?
Yeah.
At that time, the material which you have taken from the racks, their inventory is consumed, correct?
Yeah.
But here, still, you are not going for the billing and other all things. So at that time, what the cost of goods is debited, and the inventory is created where inventory is going to be lost. That
Okay.
means physically material you have taken from the in the rates.
But it has not been come in as
Correct.
money back. Yeah.
For that, we will require this PGI process. Just for an example, it was
Okay. Okay.
where your like stock is going to be reduced, but against this stock you are not getting any prices.
Okay. Right.
Because it reflects like our financial impacts and all. For that purpose only we are just keeping this.
Okay.
Okay. So anything else from Shudha, Shaheen already there? Srikanth. So any doubt as per the last session, or I can proceed for the further one?
No doubt, Aryan. You can proceed.
Great.
We didn't get the recording of yesterday's session.
Yes, I'll share this recording to the Sammy, and Sammy will share with you all.
Okay.
if any documents also you can share, Aryan, with us.
Yes, I have that I can share. In this chat, you can just mention your email ID. It is
Okay.
for all of you. Where whatever session will be completed, that I'll share with you the document with all of you over the mail.
Sure.
Or what I can do, I'll share with the Shami, and she will share with you all. I think she is having your all email IDs for all of you. She will just
Yes.
Gives you that. Okay, just now I am just sharing my screen here. Hope you all can see this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is visible.
So here, after the O2C process and its integration between the other modules and its POM and routing, we will start with the master data. Can anyone explain what is master data?
Where all the material datas and customers datas are added,
Sorry,
documents.
basically the master data. There's a rule, I think. Who, what, and where. Can anyone relate?
So it says for which customer it is. So that's what who is, what is the
Yes,
material, and where is the delivery point.
correct. The customer who is required for some material with the specific quantities and after finalization of the prices and its delivery, the same material which has to be delivered to the customer location from our plant or warehouses. Okay. So for master data, we will learn master data of the customers, master data of material, master data of prices, CMIR is there. CMIR basically this stands for customer material info record. Let's start with the customer master. One more master is there, output master. For that, we will learn later on. So, customer master. What is customer master?
Where all the customer related datas are there,
Yes.
like customer name.
Actually, in SAP, there is a parameter which we need to like fill as a field. In customer master, there are 3 tabs. First is general data, sales and distribution data, and last one is the company code data. Apart from that, one more thing is there, credit management. These are the master data field which we need to map at the time of customer creation. So basically in general data, what we are just keeping the general information of the customers. In terms of general information, what we are understanding like customer's address, customer name, customer GSTIN number, customer PAN number, and other all information related to the customer, the personal details. Name, address, email, PAN number, GSTIN number. Okay. So in sales and information data, sales and distribution data, So sales and distribution data. Sales and distribution data is having like 4 header input. One is order, shipping, delivery. It's a billing. So in order data, where we are filling like customer falls under in which group. Like what we are doing while creation of the customer, we are keeping the customer in a very specific group. If customer falls under the OEM group, then can anyone tell me what is OEM? OEM basically stand for original equipment manufacturer. Like like Maruti Suzuki, Toyota, they all are original equipment manufacturer. And there is one more standard form is OES, which is known as original equipment supplier. One is manufacturing the product and other is supplying. There is a plant where the Maruti car and other all things are being manufactured, but generally it is being like like moving towards the showroom where it is being selling to the customer. Got it? So this kind of information we are capturing there in the order section. Apart from that, we have the pricing procedure. Customer group, customer currency, okay, and other all things. Give me a minute, please. Sorry for interruption. Shipping data, where we can maintain the customer delivery priority. So in delivery priority, basically there are two phases or two options that which we can use. First is high priority, and second is the low priority. So why it is required? Sometime we have like delivery for 4 to 5 customers. Okay. Using this parameters, high and low, we can deliver in the FIFO basis. This means first in first out. But sometimes the customer comes which falls under the high group. So we are just giving the preference to the customer and delivering the product first to this. And next, come to the billing section. Basically, in the billing section, we are maintaining the customer payment terms. Customer account assignment group. Another one is tax classification. So basically, these are the mandatory fields under the sales and distribution data, which we need to fill. And the third one is the company code data, where we are just putting the information of the, again, payment terms. And one more is the reconciliation account. What does it mean of recon account? Can anyone explain? So basically reconciliation account, where we can understand the customer falls under whether the customers is in your comes under the domestic revenue or in the export or foreign revenue. For that, we have to create a code. Basically, finance team create recon account code, which we have to use here in the master data. I have a different client on which I can just show you uh, these fields. Let me see. Let me stop this screen first because yeah, actually, I'm just asking for the credential. Using that, I will log in there in the SAP system.
Okay.
Just wait for a moment. So here you all can see I'm just sharing my screen. Hope you all can see this screen.
Yes, Aryan.
Okay. So basically, this is SAP GUI, graphic user interface, where we have to configure first the client system setting just to log in there in the system. So I'm just creating with the reference of GTR. Okay. So here you can see the tab new. This is one-time activity which we have to use for configuration. So new, we have to set up the connection first. Let's do next. Description. The same information, I think Aman or Shami will share with you, where you will have to configure for yourself.
Okay.
The application server is 122.171.112.165. And your instance number would be 32 and that's it. So once your connection is freeze, you will have to log in here. So this screen will appear there after clicking that. And here you will have to put your user ID and password. UTR_. Yeah, underscore 006. It is 800. Yeah, you can see. So basically, this is a SAP home screen where each and everything you will have to access or perform. So first, before going towards this screen, just we need to understand what is SAP GUI, what of what type of client we have on which we have to maintain everything. So in this, what does it mean of client? Basically, we are just naming this client, whether where the client would be like three type of client. First is the development, second is quality, and the last one is production. I think in the overview session, I have demonstrated this, why we require this three client. So here in the screen, you can see I have logged in the production server, production client. So what does it mean of development? Basically, development client is known as our golden client. Where we will configure each and everything or each and every processes of the business related to sales and distribution here in this client, development client. Quality client, after configuring each and everything, we will have to move this the entire thing to the quality system, where we can just test the scenario, which is known as the testing client. But here we cannot configure anything in this. So whatever configuration and development is there, that we can cover in this, or we can just make there in the development client. And the last one is the production, where after UAT, user acceptance test, or when we find like each and every process are running fine, then we can move the same thing or the configuration into the production system, which is known as the live system. Got it? So here I have logged in the production system. Where? In the master data. So for creating the master data, we have a transaction code. Each and every activity will have unique transaction code, which we need to remember. Either we can use the transaction code or we can go through the path. Path, that means SPRO, the standard T code. Please note, if you can, once we are putting the SPRO, here you can see SAP reference IMG screen. So once we click here, we can find each and everything in the SAP with all modules related to all modules, where we have to configure each and everything also. So as we are just in this session, we are just covering the master data. So let's start with the master data, customer master. So basically, for creating the customer, for displaying, for changes in the customer, we have a transaction code PP, which is known as the business partner. Okay. In business partner, here what we can see, either we can create a new customer or we can just display the customers. So at this time now I am just displaying the customers. We will cover each and every or the complete customer creation with the configuration in the next part. For just basic understanding, I'm just displaying you. So here you can see. Basically, you know the BP role, which defines the customers here. The BP role comes under the general data. This also comes under the BP role. Sales and distribution data comes under the BP role, and the company code data. Apart from this, credit management is there, which also comes under this. So general data. So here you can see we are in the general data section, business partner general, where in the address sections you can see the company. The title is company, and the name is Tata India Private Limited. Just for testing purpose, we have created. Along with its name, here you can see the address, its street, postal code, country, time zone, everything is there. And apart from that, the GSTIN number. So basically, GSTIN number comes under the identification tab. Here you can see the categories there. So in this category, under the tax number tab, as the code is IN3, India GSTIN number. So has a string of 15 character as per the Indian government or GSTI number that we'll have to put. So as of now, I'm just using this. So, okay, just I have used a random number just to display you how we can, because a GSTI number is having the string length of 15 digit. So first 10 digit would be your PAN number, and the second digit after 10 digit there is a state code, then city code, and other as per Indian government there is a code which is defined for GSTN. Okay. Basically, this is a search bar where we can search the customer list which we have created there. Okay. So after this general data, there is a sales data. So, customer. Here you can see customer. So under this customer BP role, here you can see the sales and distribution. So under sales and distribution is the sales area. So basically sales area contains some information, sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So sales organization, distribution channel, division. For just segregating the customer with its information, we are keeping this information. So basically, sales organization is a higher level or higher unit of the sales and distribution module. Suppose we have a company with like Tata Motor. So we have created a company code named as Tata. Again, the same reference of the same company code. What we have done, what we have created the sales organization with the reference of Tata. So we can understand that the Tata, the customer ABC is created for customer ABC is created for sales organization Tata. Distribution channel. Distribution channel, basically how we are distributing the good, or the customer belongs to which state or which cycle, you can say. Like if we are creating the domestic customer, export customer. So we have to make some codification here. For suppose domestic customer, we get the distribution chain name is 1010, and for export customer we kept like 20. So here you can see in this screen, the string length only would be like in the 2 digit you can maintain, whether it is in alphabetic or numeric basis. So just understanding the thing, we keep like 10 for the domestic customer and 20 for export customer. The division, what we are understanding in terms of division is basically the group of product. So what does it mean of group of product? Suppose we are the manufacturing company, Apple manufacturing company. So Apple is a company. So we can create the sales organization as a name of APPL, because only four length of a string as per as standard SAP there is where we can just put the name of the sales organization with the using the 4 digit, whether it can be your alphabetic or numeric. So Apple is suppose producing the material. What kind of material it would be? Like phone,
Laptop,
hmm, laptop,
iPad,
iPad,
iPod,
Watches.
chargers.
Watches.
So this can be your division. So we can understand here in terms of the sales area. Basically, sales area contains the information of sales organization, distribution, and channel. So suppose we know like our sales organization is Apple. Okay. In Apple, we have different type of distribution channel where we can just sell this product to our domestic customers or to our export customer. And division is a group of product which identifies what kind of group of product we have that we can sell to the customer. So in phone, like multiple version and multiple type of phones can be there that we will create in the master data. Each and every material will have the unique material code with its description and details. So whatever I am just displaying here, a reference of the same, we will configure these things and we'll see that sales and distribution complete cycle. So here in the existing, we can take any sales area which are already created. Actually, they have not yet created any, so we can create. But before creating, we need to understand what sales area we have, what kind of distribution channel is it. Okay, let's see. We will create this one. We will configure this one later on. So in order section, under the sales and distribution, like here in the order section, like pricing procedure, customer group, currency is there, which we need to maintain. Here you can see the sales district, sales group, and sales office, and sales district, customer group, sales office, and sales group. Basically, sales district, office, and group. Basically, this is being used for reporting purpose. So, this sales district. So just to capture the like geographical area, we are just configuring this thing. So in terms of sales district, what we can understand. So the customer which falls under the domestic, which comes under the domestic customer. So it comes under a district which comes under the zone. So what we can do, so we can create the 4 zone: north, east, west, and south. Sales office. What we can do in sales office, in terms of sales office, we can understand where your salesperson are there. Suppose you have a company where multiple sales employee are there, which and they are just running into the fields, running in the fields. They are just capturing the sales requirement from the businesses or distributors and the retailers. So we can keep the information of the sales officers. By their name, by their code, we can use it. And the sales group we can we can create based on the customer business requirement. In which group we can keep the north customer, east customer, west customer, and south customer. So basically, just to reporting purpose, we can understand, or in terms of the sales officers, like how much they are collecting the information, how they are just capturing the information of the sales, that we can see there in the report. For that, basically, we are just using these fields, sales district. Now, this customer group. So customer group, basically it identifies the customer falls under which group. So here you can see, like the customer comes under the retail customers, normal public. Actually, these are the custom which I think it is created earlier and exists there. That also we can use, or we can create new. So each and everything we will create or configure new in the system, and basis on that we will perform. Okay. Apart from that, the pricing and statistics. So this is very important field which we need to understand very carefully, because basis on that the pricing thing in the sales order will be determining there in the terms of customer pricing procedure. Also we will see later on this part, because this is the configuration part which I will display you. In terms of shipping, where only like the shipping priority which we can make either in the high or low priority, or we can configure basis on the business requirement. In the billing section. So in the billing section, there is a payment term and account assignment group for the customer and tax classification. Also the Incoterms. So what does it mean of Incoterms? Can anyone? Basically, Incoterms defines how we are delivering the goods to the customers. As per SAP standards, there are a lot of like options that we can use, like CFI, CIF. Its description is cost, insurance, and freight. Though other cost, like the delivering of good cost, its insurance and freight, would be charged from the customers. Free of charge on free on board. Free on board, where we are just delivering goods free to the customer. You have seen many small businesses where the dealers comes with their vehicle and they are just distributing the goods, correct? So at that time we can use this for the retail sale and all. So multiple standard Incoterms are there that which we can use here. Apart from that, the terms of payment. Basically, the terms of payment is which, suppose you have agreement with the customers where after, like either they can just pay in advance or they can pay later on based on their agreements. Like after receiving the goods, they can pay in the next 7 days or next 30 days. For that, we are defining in the SAP standard, we have multiple standard payment terms which we can use. Here you can see payable immediate due date. Matlab at the time they will have to pay us, then only we can deliver the product. Like within 40 days, 2% CAT discount can be offered to the customers. So multiple payment terms are there which we can use. Okay. Next, come to the account assignment group. So generally account assignment group, why we are using to determine the GL account. Here is the integration between sales and distribution with the finance. Correct? Suppose we have some standard option like domestic revenues, foreign revenues, and other we can for scrap we can keep we can create here. For suppose we are keeping the domestic revenue. So for domestic revenue, in the terms of finance, what they are doing, they will like require to create the GL account where they can identify like how much we are earning or how much we are getting from the domestic customers, from the export customer. For that information we are keeping, and its determination is there herein. Transaction code is OK. Here it is, assign GL accounts. So here you can see account assignment group of customer 01. I think everyone can see the screen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So 01 is here. So whenever we will put here the information, and basis on this structure, this GL account, different kind of GL account would be there, which would be determined. And finance team can like see the trial balance sheet, profit and loss account, can each and everything they can just segregate and can get in the report, the standard SAP report. For detailing, we will come later on at the time of configuration and all. And the most important thing is the taxation part here. So in terms of GST, what you are understanding? Basically, GST stands for
Goods and services.
goods and service tax.
Yes.
So in GST, how many taxation parts, or what kind of GST percentage, or what kind of GST parameters is there? It would be your IGST,
And CGST.
CGST, SGST.
SGST.
Other one is UTGST. So basically, IGST, where we are transferring the goods from one state, or we are transactioning from one state to another state. Then we will have to put this IGST. Suppose there is a material ABC is there in your plant. The same material need to be transferred. The material is being manufactured there in Delhi, and the same material is required to be moved to Chennai. At that time, IGST would be charged. If the material is having 28%, then 28% would be charged here, and the IGST condition would be called there. Suppose we have a manufacturing unit in Delhi, and we are just selling this good to the Delhi location as well. Then the both condition will be applied, where CGST would be charged as 14%, and SGST would be as the same 14%. And another one is UTGST. Suppose your business or manufacturing unit is in Union Territory, or you are transferring goods from the UT to UT, then only UTGST. It's very rare, but it may or may not applicable based on the situation or based on the manufacturing unit. Got it? So this information like IGST, CGST, and SGST, here we need to map. Like the departure country would be like India, because GST basically is being used in India only. So the departure country would be in your India. Taxation condition type, like J. Suppose we have created the condition JOIG. Basically, this is a standard condition JOCG and JOSG. So here we will have to put these three GST condition, and we'll have to map this tax classification. Basically, as per SAP standard, two type of tax classification is there. One is 01 or 1 and 2. If we are just maintaining 1, that means we can understand the GST is applicable or taxable, or 2 is for not taxable, or you can say like exempted for tax. So at what time we can use the 2? At the time of creation of export customer. Basically, in terms of export, we are not charging any GST to the customers. At that time, we have to keep 02 option here. That we will configure. No issue. Apart from that, the major thing is the partner function. What do you understand about the partner function? Can anyone?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
Basically, the partner function specifies or a specific role of a partner plays within a business processes. Like as per SAP standard, we will be having four type of partner function. One is your sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, and last one is the payer. Okay. So I think your question would be why we need this like partner function. Suppose there is a business and the corporate office is in Delhi. Okay. But their plant is in different place. Like one plant is in Chennai, one is in Tamil Nadu, another all place. For that, first we will have to create only one sold to party, or your headquarter of the company can be your sold to party, and ship to party may or may not different. So at the time of order processing, what we can do, suppose here 1234 is our customer code or sold to party. This is your main party. Sold to party is known as the main party, main customers party. Ship to party, suppose we have a different location where the goods has to be delivered to the customer on their places or their plant. So for 1234, who is there in the Delhi location, but they have multiple different location in the Chennai, having 88 code, Tamil Nadu having 7777 code. So we will have to assign this multiple location with. Then what we can do, we will just create another ship to party, and we will assign this all location. So at the time of order creation to this party, system will reflect like, okay, I can understand this is your 1234 is your sold to party, which is main party, but where you want to deliver the product, at that time at the creation of order you can just select in the Chennai location you want to deliver the products, in Tamil Nadu or in the other places. That we need to assign here in the partner function. So what does it mean of bill to party? Bill to party. Suppose there is a sold to party. They have different plant and unit. So what they are saying, ki, okay, you are just delivering this good to the Chennai plant, then just raise a bill against this. Then what we will do? We will copy this customer and paste here in the bill to party. Then the bill will be sent directly to this bill to party. And the payer may or may not different. Payer who is going to pay us against the delivered product. It may be your main party, or it may be your the shipping location or the plant where you are delivering the goods. For that, we have to maintain here under this section partner function. So in terms of partner function, there is some standard code having two standard like a string. So S sold to parties known as SP, ship to parties known as SH in the standard SAP language, bill to party is PP, and the pair is PY. This is known as this. Okay. Okay. So now here we have covered only the sales and distribution tab. Now we have the company code here. Company code. So company code comes under the BP role. Here you can see. For the testing purpose, they have created a lot of business rules. Partner. So generally, in terms of the business, when you will be using in the real environment with the client, they will be having only 3 to 4 option for like for general data, company code data, sales data, this kind of with there. So they have not yet. I think they don't have created. Okay, no issue. We will create the fresh FI customer. Here it is. Here you can see under the FI customer role. Here you can see the company code section. Earlier we have seen under the customer section, the sales and distribution tab was there. But in FI customer, where we are just capturing the finance related information, we will have to choose this BP role FI customers. And under this company code section, we will see where we have to maintain the company code. Company code is a higher level of the sales, higher level of the structure, which we finance team need to create first. After that only we can work there in SAP SD or SAP MM. So suppose we have taken a company, they don't have created any company, no issue. Also will create it. As of now, just I have adopted this, the created one. Okay. So here, the reconciliation account. Yeah. The reconciliation account, basically it identifies the customer falls under in which category in terms of finance. Whether the customer is your domestic customers, your foreign customers. For finance reporting, we have to use it. Other the customers can be your scrap customers, your services partner, anything else can be there. And apart from that, only this information and under the customer payment transaction, the payment terms. These are the both and the mandatory fields are there which we need to fill here. That is it only. So using these fields, we can just create the customer master in SAP. So generally in customer master, what we can say in terms of terminology of the business partner. So our business partner would be or can be our vendor, our customers, or our sales employee, isn't it? Okay. So in terms of the master data, I will share with you a PDF where you can understand in the better way. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Hello guys. Are you there in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
call?
Yes.
yeah.
Please do respond, then only I can just think that you all are acknowledging whatever I am just delivering here. Okay. So today only we have covered the master data, only the customer master. Tomorrow we will cover the material master. Then next day we will cover the pricing and all. So in next 3 days we will complete the master data section. We have already done the standard O2C process and its terminology and its like how much like cycles are there which we need to cover. Okay. So in next 3 days we will cover the master data. Then we will move towards the configuration part in the SAP. And most probably you all will get the system configuration in next 1 or 2 days. Actually, they are just creating it for you all. So here, the in terms of customer master, if you have any question, you may ask here.
Can you explain the reconciliation account alone a bit?
Hello. Wait,
Hello.
let me just stop my screen sharing. So Sten is there.
Yeah, can you explain the reconciliation account alone?
Sorry, could you please be loud?
Can you explain the reconciliation account a bit?
So just for controlling accounting purposes, or because we are just linking the customer to a recon, so which would help us to identify the customer comes under in which like in which recon or in which GL group. Like customer, vendor, or asset account should be there for which we are just maintaining the GL.
Okay.
Because it is a central point we can say for tracking the balances for multiple ledgers which falls under these customers. That for identification for reporting purpose of the FI, we have to maintain this. And each and every customer will have a unique GL or unique reconciliation account, kind of GL account you can say.
Okay.
Basically, it is a bridge between the detailed posting of ledger, subledger, or summarizes the financial overview in the GL data. For that, we have to maintain.
Okay.
Anyone? Any doubts? You may ask here.
No doubt.
No doubt. Okay, so we can just wind up the call now. So yeah, I know that almost you all are working somewhere, but please at least try to just revision the session, or just Google it, or in YouTube you can say, where you can just find the master data or related information. Just check, and again tomorrow we will connect, and will in the next 15 minutes we will cover whatever we have done today. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you all. Thank you for your timing. You will be having any doubt, you may ask again here, or we can wind up.
Thank you, Aryan. Thanks.
Thank you all. Thank you.